my hope. If you're in politics, the media, the tech industry, working as an entrepreneur or a teacher or a construction worker or a caregiver, you know the problems we are all facing. And I urge each one of you to ask yourselves, what do we do now? That's a big question. What is it in your life that you think you cannot accomplish? Or what is it that people have said that you cannot do? Wouldn't it feel really good to prove them all wrong? Because I believe ambition is not a dirty word. It's just believing in yourself and your abilities. Imagine this. What would happen if we were all brave enough to believe in our own ability, to be a little bit more ambitious? I think the world would change. Thank you.
To figure that out, because I know I wanted to be an actor since the time I was about 7 years old, and it didn't make any sense because I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, and my dad was a doctor and my mom was a nurse. And I don't know. I ended up telling my mom I really wanted to be an actress, and my neighbor had a flower shop, and they did a commercial down the street, and then they asked me to be in it, and that was it. I was like, I've got to do this. And as a little kid, from the time I was 7 years old, every Saturday I would go for 4 hours of acting class every Saturday.
Whoa.
And I loved it. I just loved it. To the point where all the kids graduated and went on to this other stuff, and I started doing adult acting classes, and then I was in the commercial classes, and then I loved like the hair and makeup classes and just everything. I just couldn't get enough.
So
That's been a great time there's so many ways to get movies made now, which is exciting. It's hard to navigate, so it's important to try and find the right people, but you don't have to get a piece of material, take it to a studio, get the development money. Like, there's so many other ways to, there's different funds that help develop material, there's different programs that are, so many writers if you ask them, and they're really super passionate about it, are willing to be partners with you to get something made and push it to the next step. So, just thinking outside the box, that there's not just, it's A to B to C. It's just the whole world has changed. It's the wild, wild west. And I remember when I started, a long time ago, there was just, TV was this thing, and it was only the 3 networks. And now it's like this incredible wealth of opportunity to make things for online content. Everyone needs content, and some great stories like Big Little Lies, we got approached to make it into a film, but it's an 8-part series. So it's important that there's no rules anymore. It's, the way people consume content has totally changed. People don't traditionally go to the theater as much, which is kind of a bummer sometimes, but it's actually really interesting to go, okay, instead of thinking that as a negative, like, how can we collaborate with some of these companies and create interesting stories and have them, find an audience in a different way. So I think it's about looking at things from new angles.
It has to be this way, and that character
I purposely kept Wild out of the studio system because I didn't want it developed down to like milquetoast.
Right. She's going on a day hike.
Yeah, she's going to Runyon. She's just going to Runyon Canyon.
With her dog, and there's a boy she loves that hopefully is going to be there.
And I was scared. I've never done those things on film because in a certain way you're kept in kind of a wonderful little box.
Typecast.
It was
box.
great, but I was tired of doing that. And I don't, at a certain point you wake up and you're like, I've done a lot of stuff in my life, but what do I want to do? Like, what movies do I want to make? What television shows do I want to put into the world? Because it's a lot of work.
It's so much.
And I feel like I've done all that other work. I did a lot of stuff for a lot of other people.
Yep.
Now I want to put something in it that is more representative of who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
roles in films of your career. What was your first reaction when you read Tracy Flick and saw what she was going to be doing?
was like, I have to do this part. I have to do this part. And I remember going in, I read the script and I just thought it was amazing. And then my boyfriend at the time, Ryan, said, have you seen Citizen Ruth? And I hadn't seen Citizen Ruth. So we were at Sundance and he had seen it. And
Starring Laura Dern.
Starring Laura Dern. And it was called Meet Ruth Stoops, and then it was Alexander Payne's first full-length feature. And I saw it, and y'all, if you haven't seen that movie, it is so good. It's classic Alexander Payne, where it's middle of America. They're dealing with both sides of abortion, pro-rights and pro-choice, and and all that stuff. And then it's just great. And I was blown away. And then I went in to meet with him, and I just looked at him, and he said hello. He always wears a suit on Tuesdays. I don't know why. I know what day it was because he was wearing a suit. Wow. And he said hello. And I said, I just want to let you know, I'm the right person for this part. You can cast somebody else, but you'll be wrong.
Oh,
and
that's so Tracy Flick.
And I don't even know why I did it. I was just like so in the character. And about a week later, I got the call and I got the part.
Wow.
But I will say, I feel like a lot of the times people audition, and I know this is a room full of actors, so it's important I say this to actors all the time. People just want to be told what to do. Sometimes they have so many decisions to make, they just want the decisions to be taken away from them and just to go, give me the ball, I'm not going to disappoint you, I promise, and I'm going to work to the best of my ability, and I'm going to work hard for you, and sometimes that just, it's such a relief to somebody who has to answer 200 million questions a day.
You're there to make their life easier.
Yeah, I was like, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Wow.